Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Wednesday, March 22nd, 2024. So, did you do the crossword?
I did.
And was it a grand experience for you?
It was short and sweet for me. I got it done fairly quickly.
Me as well.
But it was a fun one.
Uh-huh.
A fun Wednesday.
A fun Wednesday, indeed. The theme was sort of, I had to get the revealer to stop criticizing the author because I kept looking at how the clues were written. I'm like, well, that shouldn't be written like that.
No.
But once the revealer once I saw the revealer, I understood what they were doing there. At least I think I understood what they were doing there.
I thought it was very clever.
I'm hoping.
And rather funny and enlightening.
Why don't we launch into that?
Okay. Well, there were 4 themed clues that were kind of worded oddly. The first part of the clue was actually what the answer was, but then it always ended with something negative. Like the first one was 18 across. Carbonated fountain drinks that contain neither. And the answer to that was egg creams. So if you've ever had an egg cream, you know it doesn't have eggs in it and it doesn't have cream in it. So anyway, the next one was 23 across. Unusual meat courses that are neither. And the answer to that was sweet breads. And then we had 49 across, a woodwind instrument that is neither. And the answer to that was English horn, which is a woodwind instrument, but it's not English, nor is it a horn. And then finally, 56 across, breakfast cereal that contains neither. And the answer was grape nuts, which contains no grapes and no nuts. The revealer for that was 34 across, which ran the length of the puzzle. And it was what the theme clues could be called. And that the answer to that was a double misnomers. Not only did they misname it once, but because they were compound words, they misnamed it twice. So that was the theme, and I thought that was rather clever.
See, okay, now I'm still convinced that my criticism might be valid. Carbonated fountain drinks that contain neither, it should be something nor something. There should be a nor in the middle of that. And I read this and I thought miss no, or it's sort of like miss nor, but that's not really what they're doing here. I don't know. I just thought that grammatically every clue sounded wrong.
Oh.
So.
Well, I guess they were sort of inferring that the 2 separate words were 2 different things. So egg and cream. So it says, a carbonated fountain drinks that contain neither, and the answer was egg creams. The answer is just to the first part of the clue, right? Carbonated fountain drinks are egg creams.
Right.
Okay. And then that contained neither was just, kind of part of the theme.
Well, when I see neither or neither, I want to see nor shortly following. and so its absence here I found that sort of jarring.
Oh.
But maybe that's just the English professor in me. Although I'm not an English professor, so I have no idea why I just said that. But the rest of the clues were interesting.
It didn't bother me at all.
Oh, okay. I'm relieved. And you were not an English professor either, so.
No, but my mother was an English teacher.
That's true. One across. Language from which we get shampoo was Hindi.
Yes, and it was funny. I put Hindi in there right away. First clue, first word. I'm like, oh, it's Hindi. And
so you're saying you knew that?
No, I didn't. I just guessed.
Oh.
And I'm like, about a third of the way down, I thought, it's probably not Hindi. So I took it out. And then I had to put it back in.
There are like thousands of languages.
I know, but it was 5 letters.
Well, that is true.
Hindi. And they've had Hindi before for other words.
I think they've had Hindi for shampoo.
Have they?
Uh-huh.
No, maybe.
But I do remember some other clues in which they mentioned Hindi as being the originating language. And I'm like, who knew?
Yep.
Who knew shampoo?
Shampoo.
6 across was amusing. A story that starts with the end, obit.
Yes, I thought that was rather amusing
Yeah,
myself.
that took me a while.
Me too.
I thought they were doing some sort of, they had some sort of trick going on with the letters of story.
Oh.
Story starts with, it starts with an S, but then I couldn't get that to match. But
Oh, I was thinking, it's some sort of maybe a fable or something that has a moral or that.
Or a Benjamin Button story or something like that. 14 across, a Philly cheesesteak comes wit or without it. Onion.
Onion.
Is that how they speak in Philadelphia? They say wit
Apparently.
and wit out?
Apparently.
So whatever happened to the H's? Apparently they went the same place as the Norse went here. 15 across, umpteen's antithesis was none. That was a great clue.
Yes, I thought so too.
Let's see. And we had a nice juxtaposition, 20 across. Derby entrant was a racer.
Right.
And then we had one down, like fervent fans at the Kentucky Derby, funnily enough, horse.
Horse.
Hoarse.
Very funny.
Yes. Let's see here. So, again, I'm just going to keep on in my picayune mood here. 34 down, computer program that fixes other computer programs. The answer was DEBUGGER. That's not really true. The programs don't fix it. It's computer programs that programmers use to fix other computer programs. I mean, it makes it sound like it's sort of automatic. And as a person who lives and dies by the debugger, I sort of resented that mischaracterization, but what can I say?
Sorry.
That's okay. I'll get over it. But I have noticed that, the New York Times, when it sort of comes to like techie stuff, they sometimes they don't get it quite right.
Oh, really?
But they're all English majors. They did not go into this for the physics or the computer science. But what they do is magnificent. 11 down, quaint item for smoking was a clay pipe.
Yes.
That was something I hadn't thought about ever.
No.
I didn't realize that pipes were made out of clay.
I didn't know that either, but
actually,
apparently they are.
I have no idea what they're made out of. Plastic, I figured.
Oh. Yeah, and the one right next to that, 12 down, comportment is a demeanor.
Yes, that was good. Let's see.
I also like that 25 down. Mood killers, downers.
Right.
Debbie Downer.
4 down. This guy gets it. Donee.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen the word donee.
No, but I know it's a word.
And as I'm pronouncing it, I keep thinking I'm saying it wrong, but there's a donor. I mean, if there's a donor, there ought to be a donee.
Donee, that's right.
So, 46 down. First state to conduct all of its elections by mail, Oregon.
That's right. I knew that.
But it's not exclusively by mail, right? You still get to go to a ballot, to wherever the ballot boxes are if you feel like it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Whew. That's a relief.
Yeah.
That's very progressive of them. Is it just because it's a big state and it's hard for people to get around? Or?
Oh, I think my favorite clue was 62 across. Lengthy construction project per a saying. That was Rome,
yes,
which was not built in a day.
Right, exactly.
That was very funny.
58 across, feudal lord. It was 5 letters long, and I immediately went for Vader, but it was liege.
Liege.
Yes,
My liege.
My liege. Yes. Have you ever been to Coeur de Blanc, city on Idaho's panhandle, the Aline?
No, but I couldn't think what that blank was. I was thinking it was just lean, Coeur d'Alene.
Oh.
But it's Coeur d'Alene. So, but I thought, I know that city. I've heard of that city. It's curdling, but I'm like, well, that doesn't fit. But I have heard of that.
So I'm trying to figure out what it means.
Coeur.
Because
Well,
Coeur,
that's heart, right?
yeah, Coeur is heart. It's the heart of something. It might be based on a name. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
One of those small mysteries we may have to try and clear up later on.
Yep.
But all right. Well, I think we've covered most of the salient clues for today.
Yep.
So thanks everyone for listening. Remember, you can always get a hold of us, crosswordpodcast at icloud.com, or click on the link that says fan mail. And we will be back again with our cutting edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.